Morning guys, today we're gonna have another condition rental because, as you saw, this thing needs another new windshield. So, yeah, today's rental is, you might have already seen in the background, that thing. This little Polo puppy is gonna be my ride for the day, and this little thing has a whole lot of nothing. It's a weird option thing. I had it before, and yeah, it's like plastic, horrible plastic steering wheel with no buttons, whatever. But it has a screen, but it has really no functions. It has a phone, but no navigation. It's just weird. Has a lot of no buttons down here. A lot more plastic, plastics, just all plastic. This is like, yeah, just different shades of plastic. 50 shades of plastic, basically. And tissue. Why would you need that? But yeah, this little puppy has all the screens, but not many options. But yeah, as you can see, I gotta load some stuff into this from that chariot over there. This, by the way, is a 2019 Polo 1.0, so it has a whole lot of no power. So let's get some stuff out of yonder trunk. Oh, and you might recognize this box from the last video. So let's get some stuff out of the trunk, put that in that trunk, and let's go work. And maybe later we're gonna have a little review of that thing. Okay, I'm back in the Polo, and I figured while I wait for this window to be defogged by the car, I'm just gonna have a quick look again, because it has been a while since I had this. Although I'm actually gonna try to look up when I had this car with what mileage on, because I don't think it has been that long, but this isn't a whole lot of kilometers. Anyway, I love the 260 km/h speedometer. 260. This car has, I don't know, what, like 58 horses, 60 maybe? It's 1 liter. This thing is gonna struggle to see the 160. Although we might find out, who knows. Fuel is full, cool, it makes it easy to just refill. It has front and rear parking sensors, which is good and cool and all, but it's also kind of weird that, I mean, who puts plastic steering wheels in cars still? This feels, I can't even describe how horrible this feels, you know? And I get all the other plastic in the car, you know, dash and door, whatnot, who cares? But this is the interface with a person that just spent, I don't know, 15,000 euros on this shitbox? I don't know. Yeah, it has an AC, it's nice. It has a USB port, cool. It has a whole lot of nothing else. What it also doesn't have is a 6th gear. I mean, 5-speed in 2019? Really? That's interesting. Oh well. Anyway, this isn't doing much, is it? Come on. Okay, I'll have to blast it a little bit and then I can go and work, actually. Welcome back in the Polo. I did some work and I have first thoughts on this thing again. And those include the steering wheel. It's still crap. It is still crap. It's just crap. I don't understand how a manufacturer can, like, a wannabe premium manufacturer, no matter how budget the car itself is or how basic the car itself is, I cannot understand how they can put a fucking plastic steering wheel on this thing. This is so horrible, it feels disgusting. It's just like, no. Like, no. This is not acceptable. It's almost as, no. I think it's the worst part about this car. Yeah. I mean, there's other things that are really stupid, like the fact that I have power front doors, power front windows, and still manual rear windows. Manual rear windows in a 2019 car. Why do they even bother developing or building the mechanism for manual windows still, when most of these cars are gonna have power windows anyway? But no, you gotta make that stupid shit and put some cranks on here. And if you don't believe me, there you go. Have your cranks. Crank windows. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Crank windows, plastic steering wheel. But hey, I got the EU mandated collision warning thing that beeps at me if there's a parked car on the road that I'm gonna drive by. Great, thanks. But yeah, also, this handbrake feels like this is gonna have... Like, this handbrake is not engaged. This is on the bottom. This is down all the way. This is engaged. This is down. And I keep thinking, go down further. But no, that's where it is. It's a bit weird, but okay. As you can see, there's no armrest here. So I'm using my coffee mug as an armrest, I guess. Other than that, what do we have? Yeah, 5-speed. 5-speed, yeah. On the way to the last client, I was going 130 kilometers an hour, and that's the recommended speed for the Autobahn. Guess what it is spinning at in 5th gear? At 130. It was all the way up here. 4 grand. Boop. Okay, maybe like 3950, but like 4,000. But 4,000 RPM at 130. Ow. Again, a 2019 car. Whereas this car's supposedly fuel efficient by 2019 standards. It is not. You can tell it's just geared to fit various things. You know, it's super short first gear because it feels spunky in first gear. You know, a tiny little bit. It falls on its face at beyond 50 kilometers an hour, as you would expect for a city runabout. And you need to rev the living crap out of it to get up to 100 kilometers an hour at any time soon. Like, I just merged onto a B road where the cross traffic was doing 70. And oh my god, I was like, can I make it to 70? So, yeah, not great. But what is great, what is actually nice, is something that Ford apparently can't do. Bluetooth. I just got back into the car. It connected to my work phone as a phone, because that's what it remembered. It even remembered from last time, so perfectly fine. And earlier I used the phone I'm recording with right now for Bluetooth media. It connected to that again too. So yes, it did in fact remember phone, iPhone, Bluetooth, private phone. No big deal, right? Well, I guess it is for Ford, because I have 3 generations of Focuses now. They can't do it. They still can't fucking do it. Ford is still not able to just make the car remember, hey, for the phone headset thingy, he used an iPhone thing there. And for the media, he used the other thing over there. Remember that device that keeps connecting for the same purpose over and over again? No, Ford can't do that. Ford will make me manually go into the phone menu, go to change device, pick my private phone, then select that one, but only for media playback. And then I need to go back to the media selection, source, and pick the phone. Every single time I turn the car on in the Focus. That's what I need to do there. Great job, Ford. Apparently VW can do that, even in a otherwise cheap-ass Polo. Anyway, rant over. Gotta do some more work. See you soon. Continuing our test of the Polo today, we are off-roading it, or we're checking out, does it off-road? Like I always do. And, well, I'm not sure. I want to say slightly better than the Tornado Connect doodad, just based on shorter overhangs. Although you can see it's a bit cold and muddy and wet, and the summer tires that aren't all that fresh anymore are struggling. And no, it is not yet bottomed out. It still has some give to it. It's just touching that little bit of grass over there. So yeah, I guess if you had to go over a rough path somewhere, you might actually get through. But yeah, don't go rock climbing or anything like that. It's not gonna do that for you. Okay, more observations. This handbrake position, I mentioned it earlier, it's like weirdly high when it's not pulled, has led to at least twice today I parked the car and I didn't actually use a handbrake, which I always do. I always use a handbrake. It's not me to not use a handbrake, but I came back to the car and I didn't actually pull it because I thought apparently it was already pulled. It's weird. I don't know. I don't like it. Anyway, with that aside, I have one more visual complaint that looks just really bad and cheap, and that is over here, like this area. Like you have your media stuff here, and you couldn't find a better spot for a hazard button and for the airbag notification lights, the passenger airbag, whether it's on or not. Like, really? This is just like, it's a pretty big surface just to have a flat piece of plastic with a button and a light that sometimes is on. No, just no, not a fan. Anyway, you might already have noticed it. We gotta test the sound system in here. It's a base car. I don't expect much, but hey, let's have a look. Oh, let's have a listen, shall we? Oh yeah. Also, the off-center dial, amazing, still amazing. I'm impressed. I didn't expect that. I mean, I already noticed that it has speakers up there, so it's actually not that bad. Even a little bit of bass in there. So yeah, I mean, it does music. It does boom boom. Something else I've noticed in here is I don't know if it's normal or broken, but the ventilation system, the fan. Like right now, background noise, pretty quiet, engine running, no fan. As soon as I turn the fan on, not the AC, the fan, look at the revs. So the engine has to do more. I can feel a noticeable rumble in the car, like a vibration in the car. The car's just like shaking a little bit. It just sounds like the AC compressor's on. And turning the actual AC on doesn't do anything. Also, I guess I can't have circulation? Why can't I have air circulation? Oh, it doesn't... I can't have circulation if I do window only. What now? See? Know that. Just move it a little bit over. Okay, move it somewhere else, I guess. Yeah. But as soon... Click. Okay. Anyway. I don't know if the video is gonna pick that up, but there's just a weird grinding noise in the background. It's just the fan sounds like it's blowing at least on level 2. Like just listening to something or watching something while parked or something, like it's just annoying. It's weird. And if you turn it off, it just all stops. You can hear whatever grinding is obviously the fan, because it comes to a very slow stop. And now it's on the engine again, revs dropped. Yeah, it's weird. Like, the AC compressor seems to be running all the time. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but VW things, I guess. Another thing, going back to the Bluetooth from earlier. I noticed there's practically no delay here when playing like video and listening through Bluetooth. It's basically instant, the way it should be, you know? That is another thing where Ford apparently is unable to somehow achieve that in the Ford Bluetooth system. Between the actual playback on the phone and the volume from the speakers, there's a couple of seconds delay. Like every time you start, stop, pause, skip, change anything, you have like 1, 2, 3, and then it changes. And yeah, so that's annoying for audio playback when you like skip around tracks, because you press skip, continues playing, and then it skips. And for video playback, it's even more annoying because it's just asynchronized, you know, it's just like out of sync. So this is something VW apparently can do better. So I guess this car doesn't do many things right, but Bluetooth is good. With that out of the way, let's have a look at the back seat and stuff, because it is a 4-door. So supposedly there's some space back there, although it doesn't look all that comfy already, so I don't know. Let's have a look. Okay, the front seat is set up for me, which doesn't mean all the way back. Let's have a look in here. Yep. Oh, this is... Yeah, this is not amazing. I mean, there's... barely, maybe, you know, there's like... I mean, my knees are rubbing on here, so there is not really enough space here. As soon as somebody else sits over there, this is not a 5-seater. I don't know how this could qualify as a 5-seater. Like, for small kids, maybe. Oh yeah, down here is the cranky. Great. I also have the same problem as always. I have a headrest somewhere there on my shoulder blades. So let's have a look how high that goes. Well, I guess it's somewhere near my head. But yeah, speaking of my head, there's just no. Yeah, it's just. I mean, on the plus side, like I can probably sleep like that, you know, just because my head is just literally just supported on 3 sides here. Not great, but then again, it's a Polo, so it's good enough to put the kids back here, 1 or 2 maybe. Wouldn't put any adults in here, and maybe small ones. Seats feel a lot more comfortable than the, what was it, the other thing, the C3 Aircross thingy doodad, or the Tornado. So yeah, the seats themselves actually feel okay. I wouldn't want to test that on a long journey though. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. One more little niggle though with the setup of this car, specifically the options of this car. So as you notice, there's no buttons here. But it still has Bluetooth, like phone. You know how annoying it is to find a little red button on the touch screen over there when you get a call or when you want to hang up? Especially since whatever menu you are in, it doesn't actually go back to the phone menu. You know, like when you're somewhere when you're like in the radio setting. Don't stop the radio. Okay. Like, you then need to have a little phone thingy down here, then you need to press on that, and then you need to hang up. It's just like really inconvenient to not have any kind of button anywhere here to use the phone to interact with the car. So as you can see, this is back where it belongs, and I'm gonna pick this one up again. So what's the verdict on this? Yeah, the verdict on the Polo. Well, it's cheaply made, feels cheap, looks cheap. Probably wasn't all that cheap to buy, but relatively speaking, probably was. But yeah, it's cheap. It's a car. Cheap car.